In a few short moments, we will be back where everything began. Coastal Highway beckons, not to mention Desolation Point, at long last. Hello, Legion, this is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. It's getting darker in this cave. Let's play some more of the Long Dark in our Against All Odds series, where I am, believe it or not, through Pleasant Valley. It's kind of hard to believe, which is, I suppose, why I say believe it or not. But I am. Pretty good stuff. I have a lot of water on me at the moment, which is sad because I want to take some of this coal with me. I'm going to take some of it, just not very much. This is a lot of coal. Thankfully, I'm well rested at the moment, so I'm able to traverse this cave. I just don't want it to slow me down too much. Okay. There's also this ruined torch. I'm going to grab that because I have a few in my inventory that I need to break down for sticks. So, might as well grab that one while I'm staring at it. But we are... I mean, there's some coal right there, but I'm not going to pick it up. We're headed for Coastal Highway, and we are going to do a little bit of beach combing, because obviously it's been a while since that beach has been combed. This is the zone, for those of you who maybe haven't watched the series from the beginning, it's very, very possible at this point that there are viewers who haven't seen this from the beginning, because we're more than 100 episodes in. And how many days survived are we now? Exactly? I mean, that's quite a run right there. So, it's really quite possible, I would say at this point, that we have some people watching that haven't watched from the very beginning. Coastal Highway was where we started. It's cool to be going back. I have already checked that stuff. I've already been through this tunnel a couple of times, but my natural instinct to double check, especially a place that I haven't been recently, is running rampant. There is coal everywhere. I didn't even need to pick up any of the coal at the entrance there that I had laid down, because there's more laying around. Good to know. Ultimately, where I would like to have most of this coal is in Desolation Point, obviously. Because one possibility, apart from the beach combing I've already mentioned, one distinct possibility is that I might just make a new axe when I get there. There are metal shelves there. I can just, cut stuff up in there, get the materials that I need. As long as I had food to support myself while I was making the axe, that would be a way to make sure that my current lacking of whetstones was not a problem. But I'm actually rather hopeful that the whetstone, loot table, so to speak, in Desolation Point will give me a gift or two or three, if you know what I'm saying. That would be nice, but there's no guarantee. Okay, let me double check in here. One thing I know for certain is that the last time I was here, I was not nearly on as comfortable of a footing as I am now, survival-wise. My clothing is fully repaired. It's kind of amazing, to tell you the truth, to see all these, upper 90 numbers, especially on some of the deer hide stuff, which was low condition for so long. But I also have, I have a lot of water. I have a decent amount of food. I don't really have, apart from cattails, I don't have anything substantive to eat, so I'll have to find some soon. But that won't be a problem. And again, I'm hoping that the beach combing comes through for me. So, that is the objective. There's another ruined stick. Might as well grab that. Now, one downside of my present situation is that it is nighttime here. The weather doesn't sound great. Let me step outside and see how things look. Okay, so this is not awful. There are a couple of regions in Coastal Highway, a couple of locations would be a better way to put it, that I haven't fully explored. So I think I'm going to go ahead and make my way towards some of those right now, while keeping my head on a swivel for any woodland friends that might decide to take this moment to spoil my plans. It's lovely twilight here in Coastal Highway. I am, of course, also heading towards a construction hut at the bottom of the hill here, which I might stop in momentarily just to make sure my warmth is completely topped off. But what I want to try to do here is make it to the mine in Coastal Highway, because I actually feel like with the current weather pattern, there is a potential for an aurora, and wouldn't it be great if we were to just walk right up to that mine and poke our heads in there and be able to get down to the bottom? You know? That would be nice. Okay. Now, yeah, I think I will poke my head in here very briefly just to stay warm, because it is a little bit questionable on the temperature side. Okay. Not a full hour there, just enough to warm up. Yeah, this is promising. I just need to be very careful because I would hate to run into an aurora wolf right now. So if an aurora were to start, I want to make sure that I'm as close to that mine and as close to somewhere safe, if it's not that mine specifically, as I could possibly be. Yeah, this weather is very promising. And I actually think, if I recall correctly, hang on, I'm going to take the opportunity to just dip down this slope, because I need to remember exactly where that mine is. And it's either, right now I don't know if it's on my left or on my right. So we're going to have to, it's not a location that I've visited enough to remember, like, very clearly what side of the zone it's on. It's fairly central, I can tell you that. But at least where I'm moving right now, I'm still moving in the direction of shelter. So this counts as some passive exploration. Okay, that's a bridge. I think it's back that way. I just want to be sure. Yeah, the farther I go here, the more I feel like it's the other way. Which was... honestly, that was where my instinct was taking me to begin with. But because I ultimately need to go to Desolation Point, I would rather go this way first and then double back, then go that way, be wrong, double back this way, then double all the way back that way. That is not a plan that makes me happy to think about. All right, at this point, I'm just going to check the trunk on this car, and then I'm going to turn around. Yeah, that's what I thought. Didn't have a crowbar last time I was here. Okay, nothing there. Have I checked the actual... Oh, interesting. These might have closed themselves. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay. I hadn't been in this car at all, actually. Have I been in the fishing huts? I'm almost positive I've been in the fishing huts. Okay, that's a little weird. All right, I want to be careful here because I don't have a ton of time. But I'm actually going to do... I'm going to do a bit of sprinting in order to move faster. I am, of course, against the wind right now. But my objective there, by doing a little bit of sprinting, is to tire myself out a bit so that I can sleep through the rest of the night, especially if we don't have an aurora. Nothing worth staying awake for. If we do have an aurora, this is a relatively small mine that I'm looking for, so it's not going to take a lot of time to explore, I don't think. I might be misremembering. All right, I do have some cattails. I'll need to keep an eye on my hunger, but I officially need to get inside somewhere right now. So I'm going to lose a bit of condition here, but it's okay. I would rather, because this weather's looking so good, this is my chance to get as close to that mine as I can get. and I'm going to take it.
I could eat a horse. I've seen a lot because I love horses.
I am so glad that they went back when they did. What was it like? Was it when 1.0 launched, or was it sometime after? It's been, I want to say about 4 or 5 years since they did it, but they went back and they re-recorded all of the voice work. And so they have a bunch of versions of these lines. Some are new, some are old. Maybe a few were taken out and replaced, but a lot of the ambient dialogue that the survivor spits out, there's just a lot of variety to it now because they went back and they recorded those new versions, which is really cool. Okay, I'm going to take the opportunity to step inside here because I know that I need to go farther down this road, and I also feel like the mine is getting relatively close. I'm a little bit nervous that there's a wolf close by, especially because I just feel like I heard a footstep. But I've been feeling like I've heard footsteps for several episodes now, and son of a... So I selected the revolver by mistake. That's interesting. I did not even... Apparently, by the time he detected me, he was ready to charge. Ooh. Okay. Well, that was lucky. Let me go ahead and eat some cattails, so that I don't have to worry about that. And then we'll see what kind of hit my gear just took. That was the most surprised I think I've been by a wolf in a very long time. Man, at least an aurora had not started yet. That would have been bad. So I was right. Like, I totally heard... I totally heard that wolf. Okay, so rabbit skin mitts took a hit. I do have a rabbit skin pelt, but it's not worth... Okay, thankfully, like, nothing took too bad of a hit. Maybe the bedroll did. I'll have to check that. 83%. Oh boy. All right, let's go ahead and drop that. Let me take a look around here. I'm fairly certain this is an area I've already thoroughly... Oh. Are you kidding me? I haven't been here? Really? Really? Okay.
Come in handy.
That's interesting. I haven't been here. Man, that makes me want to go back and, like, speed watch, just, like, fast forward through the early episodes of the series and really make note of, like, where I'd been here and where I hadn't. Because I know that I left for other zones relatively quickly, but, man, apparently there's more that I didn't do than I previously recalled. Okay. See, this is tough because, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and sleep for 3 hours. I'm putting in 4 just so I can get all that I can because I want that sleep inertia. I don't think I actually hit the wolf with the revolver. Yeah, by the time it was charging, or by the time it was close, it was already charging, so, like, firing the revolver to scare it off didn't work. It was already running. Okay. Alright, I see some wolves out there. Weather's still lovely. I just need to keep moving because I don't have a ton of food. I don't think I ate all my... Oh, I did eat all my cattails. Wow. Just chewed through them. Literally. Okay. So noted. It's actually quite close. That is a really good mental bookmark. I don't know that I've ever established that before. That's how rarely I've actually been into this particular tunnel. I don't know that I've fully established... Oh, nice. Look at all these reishi mushrooms. That the tunnel is right here by the logging camp. Or the mine is right here by the logging camp. So that's fantastic. So now we can hang out here and see if we can get an aurora to start. This is going to feel very familiar for those of you who've been watching since I was in Blackrock. Now, another thing I can't remember is if I came in here to the top part of the mine to look around. No, I did not. So I must be remembering when I visited the mine during an Against All Challenges series. There's some lantern fuel, nice. Because I know I came in here multiple times during those runs. Oh wow, scrap lead. Don't need it anymore. But thanks for that, game. So that's promising because there could be supplies up in the top part even if we don't get an aurora tonight. Because I do kind of need to keep moving. I'm feeling that need. Aha, look at that. Bag of chips. I mean, honestly, what I need more than anything...
This'll come in handy.
Ruined ketchup chips. What I need more than anything is like a whetstone. That would be great. I would find a whetstone in here, but there's no guarantee. No guarantee of that at all. So I'm going to go ahead and eat these ruined ketchup chips because I can. That's the beauty of cooking 5. All right, well... I don't know that I'm going to get an aurora. I suppose what I can do is put my bedroll down right here and sleep for a bit. Hello? Will you actually? Thank you. There we go. One could pop up at the end of the night, but doesn't seem likely. Let's pass time. Need to be very careful with this. Yeah. I honestly, I don't want to hang around. I would rather keep moving in the direction of, areas I haven't been yet. Okay, so, yeah, my curiosity is piqued. It's like, where have I been and where have I not? Oh. That light made me think it was a container of some kind, but I was like, that doesn't look like any container I've ever seen in this game before, so it must be something else. It's a light, is what it is. It's a fallen tunnel light. Lantern, even. Okay, so... yeah, I'm really lucky that wolf didn't hurt me more than the wolf did. I mean, it honestly was the least consequential wolf struggle we've had in quite a while. All right, I hear what sounds like bad weather outside, which would explain why there was not an aurora. Oh, well, no, it's still very, very clear outside. All right, I see the wolf wandering over there. I need to be careful not to get too close to the road so as to draw that wolf's attention, because he's kind of coming toward me. Let me just have this out as I go around the blind corner. Also, I do need to reload it before long. So nice to have revolver ammo again. And of course, we are going places where there may be more. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm excited about the fact that they have announced this new zone coming in the Tales Part 4 update, because it means that as we do these new legs of the series that are coming up for Against All Odds Season 7, we can devote an entire leg to these new updates and experiencing the updates together. Okay, so now there's just blizzard weather coming in straight up. Love that. Love everything about it. It's great. You need to be mindful of how close I am to the wolves, because now they're a lot harder to see. So we went from really great visibility to crap visibility. That owl was really loud. All right, so I'm just going to start moving towards Desolation Point. As much as I would have loved to have gotten into that mine on night 1, the aurora is just not frequent enough on these settings. The chances of one starting are still too elusive. All right, have I opened this trunk? I haven't. Wow, I bugged out of Coastal Highway very quickly in this run. This is where I started. But there are multiple places I haven't been. I really will have to go back and look. So what that means is that when I return from Desolation Point, which is my primary objective right now, when I return from Desolation Point, I will have, you know, more of Coastal Highway to explore before we leave for Bleak Inlet, Forlorn Muskeg, and ultimately our return to Broken Railroad and then to Forsaken Airfield. And of course, the nice thing is that connection zone that takes us to Forsaken Airfield will also take us to the new mine whenever... It's a strip mine, by the way. It's not a mine in the same sense that, like, of the mines we've explored in recent episodes of the one that we were just in. It's a different sort of mine, but it looks like a very interesting outdoor zone. And they've only shown a few, I think, concept art screenshots. Nothing concrete as of yet. Okay.
Die if I don't warm up soon.
So this is suboptimal. Because it's not full blizzard yet, so we don't actually have animal despawn. Just making sure the bear wasn't coming down that road, but he's not, so. I prefer not to get jumped by 2 wolves in one episode, but there's no promises here. Actually, I think I saw one right there. I'm pretty sure that was more than one wolf. All right, I haven't even checked this car. What the heck? It almost feels a bit like a loot reset, you know? It really does. Was that the frickin' swing that I was hearing there? I think it was. That's funny. Okay. Back to the Quonset, of all places. Hang on, let me... Alright, I have a lot to do. I'm just going to break down this torch. Sun's about to rise, but I don't have food at the moment, so... Gonna need to come up with a solution to that. And I'm trying to remember where I explored and where I didn't. I would have started in Coastal Highway. And I think I left for Mystery Lake pretty quickly. I think that was my decision. I don't think I went straight for Pleasant Valley. I think I went for Mystery Lake. Because I was headed for the Forge. And I mean, well, if I was going straight for the Forge from the beginning, then I would have gone just to Desolation Point. But I think once I was in Mystery Lake, I decided to go for the Forlorn Muskeg Forge. Obvious reasons. think that's what I was thinking. Okay, so I need to now refill my lantern, which is what I actually opened my inventory to do. I did find a little bit of lantern fuel there. Didn't say anything about it, but I found it. It's just baffling how little of this zone that I've explored. So this locker, yep, hasn't been opened yet. Fingers crossed it has something nice in it. It's probably not going to be food. It'd be nice if it was, but it is not. Not hugely surprising. And it doesn't look like I left anything here. There is some wood from the last time I was here. That's nice. Oh, hang on. What have we here? All right. All right, you can definitely tell I was here, which makes sense. This is such a central location for, like, kind of stabilizing for a bit, counting your ducks, making sure that everything is ready to go before you head out. That's interesting. We've had some food spawns here. We have running river oats. So I might be able to use this stuff to make some oatmeal now. So that's right. I haven't been here since the... Yeah, you know what? I'm going to have to re-explore most of this zone because I haven't been here since the food update. Wow. Okay. That's context that I needed to remember. Okay. So, if I can make oatmeal, which I believe I can now. I mean, they're ruined, so I would think I can't use them. I should have kept that lantern out for a moment longer. But I'm going to try it.
I could eat anything right now.
I'm working on it. I'm just going to pick this stuff up momentarily. We'll put it all back down in a second. If I can make oatmeal, that would be amazing. Also, I just remembered I can make teas. So yeah, I'm good food-wise. I just don't have anything super substantive. I can make teas. I also have burdock that I haven't prepared yet. I have at least one burdock root that I haven't prepared yet. So yeah, I think I'm going to be fine here. But I just want to see what I can get away with. Yeah, porridge. I can make porridge again. Holy crap. All right, it takes 14 minutes to cook. What else can I make? All right. I'm just going to make some porridge. Okay, 12 minutes till ready. I think in order for me to... I might be able to make it in a skillet. No, I can't. I need an actual cooking pot to make porridge. Sad day. So I'll have to make one at a time. But one thing I can definitely do while we're waiting on that, 7 minutes till ready. I'm so glad I found those oats. Finally doing a little bit more cooking with the new system, which is lovely. Let's prepare this burdock. It'll take 15 minutes. Actually, this is going to be ready in 4, so let's just pass time until it's ready and eat it. Oh, amazing. Look at that. Gourmet porridge. So let's prepare some more. That actually looked like it was a decent amount of calories. Thank God for oatmeal. Now I can definitely prepare this burdock. It's just the one. I thought I might have more than one, but it's just the one. Yeah, this legitimately changes everything. Like, I'm still going to head towards Desolation Point, but I very much... Alright, so it's 438 calories. Nice. And I can still make more. But now I have reason to explore everywhere, you know? Alright, so now what I can do while this one is being prepared is I can prepare some reishi mushrooms. Looks like I can make 4 separate teas. Let's eat that. Alright, so we've got some light in here now, which is great. Keep making porridge. It's so nice to finally have frickin' oatmeal again. I'm just going for it. More porridge, please. It's great, too, because there have been so many people that, well, not so many, but there have been a handful of people that, like, when I've, at various points, including when I was in Ash Canyon, talked about this before in the series, but, like, there were people that just, when I've said, oh, I don't have food, they just point, like, you have oats in your inventory, make oatmeal. It's like, well, I haven't had enough. There's a, notice, I need 0.22 pounds of oats to make this stuff. So I finally have enough oats to actually make the stuff again, which is great. Oh, hello. I suppose I should make sure the fire has enough fuel. That is important. All right, let's multitask a bit here. Man, this is freaking phenomenal. Keep going. Yeah, I still have enough to make a few more, which is nice. I can craft 2 more reishi teas. Oh yeah, I'm good to go. This is fantastic. See, now I've got this porridge in my inventory. And I have cooking oil again too. I feel like I dropped my cooking oil at some point in the past. Also dropped some salt. I just put the stuff down at some point without realizing it. Either that or I put it down because I felt like I had to. And it was just like a survival decision and I moved on in my head. And then some episodes later was like, where'd my cooking oil go? That can happen sometimes if you're caught in a blizzard, it's the middle of the night, and you get attacked by a wolf. All 3 of those things happen at once. You stop caring about certain other things. All right, so that's cooked. All right, I can officially no longer make... Hold on, let's add a little bit more wood to this fire. Also, I should probably go ahead and place the skillet again, because I need something with which to make water. Probably used a good amount of my water in the past few moments, so let's just make these reishi teas. Okay, 2 minutes till melted. And that is that. That's the last of what I can prepare. I think I'm also out of water right now, so hang on. Yeah, I don't have any more reishi teas. I'm just going to do half of what I could make for water because I'm feeling pretty good in terms of that. I'm going to get some rest as well here. All right, 42 minutes left on the fire. That's potable water. Let's pick up both of these, and now I'm going to sleep for... I'm going to get about 5 hours, 5 and change. I have lots of oatmeal in my inventory. I have the prepared burdock as well. And I'm going to go ahead and stop this episode here. In the next one, I'm going to still move towards Desolation Point, but I'm going to be checking the houses as I see them, because everywhere in Coastal Highway, I do remember mentioning this earlier in the series, but everywhere in Coastal Highway now has the potential to have additional cooking items for me that would help me survive, as you just saw from the oatmeal there. So in some ways, the entire zone is new again, even though there are definitely some locations that I've visited. And I do kind of, in between recordings here, I also would love to go back and like double check myself and get a sense for where I've been and where I haven't. Because one thing I don't want to do necessarily, I'm going to head towards Desolation Point and not deviate too much, but like I don't want to, when I get around to exploring certain areas, like just bumble around with that feeling of have I been here, have I not? So I just want to refresh my memory and be as clear as I can be on where I've been and where I haven't, and then go from there. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. If you're not new here, look for the join button for access to channel unique emotes, badges, and other perks. New episodes drop every day but Wednesday at 1 p.m. US Eastern Time, and comments are always welcome, so leave your thoughts below, and I'll see you next time.